Open world was never the problem with Mafia 3, and I believe Mafia 4 should be open world.
You're now rocking. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Hey.
I think a linear experience with this genre is just boring. We have The Godfather, we have Goodfellas. I don't need to listen to another person's sob story about balancing life while committing crimes and murdering people. Over the years online, there is a constant sentiment, pushed out only by the trauma of optional content in Ubisoft games. I don't want it to be open world. I only really want it to last 6 to 7 hours. Why didn't you guys ever ask me? I want open worlds, and I do not want small stories. So I guess I'm saying that I'm not making this video for the gamer. I'm making this video for the developer. I'm making this video for the executives, because it's the only way that these changes will be made. So for the people that only want linear 6 to 7 hour experiences, let's look at the top 20 best-selling video games of all time. And let's look and see what single-player games on this list are less than 20 hours. Let's go take a look. Hogwarts Legacy, Cyberpunk 2077, tied for 20. The next single-player game is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt at 8, tied with The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim at 8. The next single-player game is Red Dead Redemption 2 at 3, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 at 2. Every single one of those games has something in common. They're open world. These games allow you to live a second life. Even in the hardcore controlled stories of GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, you can play these games as light life simulators. People like immersing themselves in these worlds, but all of these games also have another thing in common. Their open worlds are amazing, detailed, and filled with activities. Problem with Mafia 3's open world is it is incredibly and utterly lifeless. I'll be honest, I'm one of the few people who didn't really care for this uproar at being against open world games that started creeping up after GTA 5. I think they're underappreciated, and development of games as a whole is just not really in a gamer's mind when they're reviewing or being critical of something. And making an open world game is incredibly difficult, and to make an open world game like this is also no exception. They really captured in my mind what it would be like to walk down a street in 1960s New Orleans. Standard for open world games are the Rockstar video games. What they should have done is looked at these games and said, wow, okay, that's the standard. Every game we make from now on should probably be like that, or else we shouldn't even bother making an open world game. I believe that the industry has never correctly taken away what they needed to from the Rockstar games. Activities. In their own way, that's what makes the world feel alive. A lot of these Rockstar games needed activities like poker and drinking and buying, going to the clothing stores and buying stuff. Like, it needed all of those things. You walk around the Mafia 3 map and there isn't jack shit to do except shoot people. This is literally all you can do. This massive, beautiful transportation back to southern 1960s, and it's nothing. In GTA, you've got all these activities, and people on the internet will genuinely say they're not needed because they don't want quote-unquote realistic games. But if you strip all those things out, it's literally just as dead and lifeless as Mafia 3. Now, I'm very well aware that Mafia 3 was probably absurdly expensive, and I think it's obvious a bunch of things got cut. And I'm not trying to fix Mafia 3 today, that's not what I want. I just want Mafia 4 to be more like Godfather games and to not abandon open world. Mafia 2 got at least some of this right with allowing you to buy clothes or stop in at a diner. These weren't necessary and most probably didn't even touch it, but I just feel like every game that has these things in it that let the world be the ultimate experience, they last longer and they're remembered fonder. Elder Scrolls, Cyberpunk, The Witcher, those are all incredible open worlds with a lot of interactivity within them. You can't just build a backdrop. Realistically, what I'm asking for isn't the Mafia franchise, and I get that. All of the mainline games, including 3, have incredible stories. Mafia 2 and the Definitive Edition do have open areas, but not like the structure in a Rockstar game. I'll be honest, I think Hangar 13 and Take-Two know that I'm right. The future was always open world, just not bland open worlds. It doesn't need to be huge, just alive. If you're gonna fill the world with crap, at least let it be Mafia related or Mafia building. I actually want a racketeer, build up the Mafia. I've seen a million stories about guys in the Mafia. Why don't you let me just actually lead one? And I don't know, do the gameplay parts this time. Pre-release of the Old Country, I remember seeing a lot of questions and discussion about it being open world. Is Mafia Old Country open world? Because realistically, no one thought that the next mainline Mafia entry would be a regression. It's more in line with the first two games' formula, sure, but as promotional material, updates, and the new DLC, and the addition of the free ride after the game had already come out, it's very clear that open world is needed for the next Mafia game. It seems the vast majority of the game's post-launch focus was on the open world content, because a 6 to 7 hour linear story game doesn't make you money if it isn't The Last of Us. We know families and how hard they can be. The Fast and Furious films remind us every couple of years, okay? So let's just make a mob game this time, like a mob simulator, because it's been, this stuff has been done over and over again by your games, by movies, books, but we don't have the actual simulated experience that we got in The Godfather Part 2. So make Mafia 4 The Godfather 3. If you liked my rant, please like, subscribe, and comment. How do you feel about Mafia 3? I think Mafia 4 needs to be open world. They need to copy The Godfather. It is what it is. We need that. It seems like it's just something missing. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.
Yeah.
The age of oppression is over and done. They say we got power cause they give us guns. They take them away cause we no longer hunt. Fuck is you saying? I'm scouring, I'm piling. Looking for a dumb motherfucker I can stun. You cannot say who was my enemy. What the fuck these parts telling me? Bitch, I wanna die but I don't.